Hey, hey. I believe it might be working. I think. Maybe. Yeah? We're just gonna hope it works. I see people writing in the chat. It's all people I know, of course. But it's nice not to do this alone. Is stuff visible? I have never done this before. Is stuff visible? I've never streamed on fucking YouTube. Usually get like a, hey, your stream's coming through, would you like to start kind of thing on Twitch. But I'm just gonna go ahead and assume that everyone can hear me rambling about whether or not this works. Uh, Wonderful, I guess. Yeah, I, I'm doing 3D modeling because I don't want to get stream sniped. I am not in that kind of mood today. Uh, and I am going to do something that is incredibly difficult because I hate my life. I, I I'm not even sure how to start on this thing. Maybe I should get paint up so I can kind of visualize what I'm fucking doing here. So, I am playing a vampire, and we're playing the Vampire Masquerade theme, and you have a clan which is called the Nosferatu, and they are basically, when they are made, or like, when they are blessed, I don't remember the word for it. I have the rule book in Danish, I'm very sorry. When they are embraced, it's called embraced. Oh my god. When they're embraced, they get physically deformed, right? So, for my costume, I would like one of my hands to have claws, right? And you're gonna have to live with how the fuck I draw this, right? So, basically, you can make a paper claw that you slip over your finger that basically just goes up and down. And then you have your finger in it, right? So your finger sticks in here and down. The thing is, it only really has motion. Fucking finger. I don't. I'm very good at drawing, guys. But anyway, your finger would be the area that's in here. So you only really have motion on this axis. So you can't. You can pick up a can of soda, but you can't really do anything else with it. And I'd really like to see if I could make something where I can have motion in this as well. Like a little bit up here. I don't care. I really want to get this in. If I can do that and print it, that would be the goal. Really would be. But I'm kind of considering how in the heck. Oh my fucking god. I'm coming through in like fucking plenty decibel. How are you not able to hear me? No, you're not my fucking homework. I finished my homework. How are you not able to hear me? This is terrible. I don't even know how to fix that. I can bring my stream video over on the next screen. Well, can't really do anything about that thing. How am I supposed to boost my voice here, guys? I have it boosted on OBS. If I boost it anymore, it maxes out at fucking red cap, okay? If I make it any louder, you guys are gonna lose your ears later. I mean, I can stuff it in my mouth. Is this better? No, it's not. It's still the same. There's literally nothing I can do. Yeah. Maybe. Nope. No, straight up nothing I can do about this. I am. That is what I'm doing. I am checking my microphone in the audio mixer, and I cannot do anything. I do wish I could, but I can yell louder. Yay! And OBS won't let me boost my microphone output, so that's wonderful. I think. Yeah, I can't, because properties won't let me do that. Maybe here? Can I? No. Hello. How are you, Shogun? Can I increase? I can. Possibly. Is this louder? Is this better? Is this... I don't know. Is this visible or audibly louder? Not visibly. I'm the only one who has visuals about this shit. Is this audibly louder, guys? Is it better? Worse? If this is gonna be really quiet... Ah, okay, that is louder. Nice. We're rolling with this. It's the best I can do here. Yeet. I am also with a really slow upstream, which is fantastic. I have no idea why. My setup is... Oh my god. So I might cut out for 2 seconds, but if I return, I will have a better connectivity. Am I back? I think I should be back. And it's not telling me that it's slow as shite anymore. How amazing. So, to get back to explaining what the hell I'm doing, yeah, it's my router. It really is my router. That is just... We have 2. Yeah, and it forced us back on the slow one, so it's gonna be a wonderful evening, guys. I don't think there's gonna be enough questions and enough chat spam for me to not be able to read it, so I don't think it's gonna be a problem. Anyway, I should probably say what the heck I'm doing again, because now we got so sidetracked that it's literally impossible to understand what this amazing drawing in front of us are. So I'm just gonna grab all this. I am a paint wizard. Shut up. Now it's red. Of course it is. There. Nope. There we go. I fucking hate paint. It's just perfect. So, where I was. Yes. Claws. Vampire. Nosferatu is a certain kind of vampire that gets disfigured when they're embraced. I want a claw, and the paper claws can go this shape, and then your thumb kind of goes up here and bends down into it and goes over, and then you have the rest of your fingers, whatever. This is a hand now. Yes, this is the stuff of nightmares, I am aware. But yeah, as I was saying, these only have motion here, so you can't really pick anything up, and it's super clunky, and I would like to have motion here as well. So the goal today is to use this magical program, which is back online, to try and model some fingers. Yeah, and maybe some hinges and stuff. I'm not entirely sure, but I hope talking about it will be entertaining. And since we don't have anyone who's not already in my clan, I can't really talk to you guys about the clan, because I don't think you have any questions. Because I kind of expect that you guys would ask me those questions without me live streaming. Anyway, first things first is figuring out how fat my fingers are, so I can make a sleeve, and then we can build, sort of use that as a base for building a claw on top of it, right? So here we go. It's gonna be the weirdest stream on YouTube right now. 2.5 centimeters, and the joint is like 4 and 6. Okay, so let's not do this angle first, actually. Yeah, welcome to fucking 3D modeling 101 with your fantastic host Argie. Everything is in millimeters, of course, because it's the superior language for drawing shite. This has to be, pretty sure it was full. Let's make it. Okay, wait. Shit. My fingers are weird, okay? How in the heck do I even do this with a measurement that would make sense? 5? 5. We're just saying my finger is 5 centimeters on the first joint. Yeah. Let's magnificent. This is, I realize, the wrong box. I need a box outside of the box. Oh my god. I am usually slightly less terrible at this shit, but I also usually don't have people looking at me doing it. Or listening. I don't have to talk to people when I do this usually, so I just kinda, you know, work out the kinda getting it done. Now I have to be entertaining and shit. What the fuck's that? You know? What the fuck's that? 50 millimeters. That's a square. That's a square that fits my finger pretty snugly, hopefully. I think. Hopefully not too no finger. You have a 3D model of, I guess, a finger box. That's pretty good. I mean, gotta be honest. I think the most challenging part is that for a mechanism to be inside this, right? It kinda has to be over. I might just have to make this triangular. I realize this triangular from the beginning. 'Cause otherwise, right? So back to the back to the paint drawing, right? So this part here has to be bigger than the second pod to allow for motion, because I can't have the mechanism on the inside because, you know, your fingers doesn't shrink enough to actually have a mechanism. So I'm forced to making the outer part of the claw bigger, basically. So that means I have to. Also, that's why I want to make the triangle all of a sudden, because then I can make. If I make a drawing here, right? So perspective, yeah. So it would have to go something like this for the inner piece, and then my finger will just get flattened. Yes, down on the bottom here, and then you would have the second piece go. So you would really make this area here flat, like that. What? Yeah, that's it. No. I thought the rubber was just a rubber, but no, it's just secondary. It literally just switches you to secondary permanently. That's so weird. Anyway, yeah, so it has to have this like flat piece here, because then I can put a little pin where it's very straight. A little pin here where I can then hinge the next one, which would go. So yeah, it would go like this, and then have the triangle go down here. Right? And over on the other side. But then, what I would like to do is pull this a bit back, like give it an uneven triangle on the backside, so it still goes over the cap, obviously, because that would make sense, so I don't, you know, when I turn my finger out, suddenly you can see my actual hand under there. That would kind of break the illusion. So that's, I think that's the plan. Kind of has to be the plan, which means I can delete all of this again. Wonderful, wonderful, wonderful. Heck, can't even do this correctly this time. Which also means I think I'm gonna make it wider. Before I had it 2.5 centimeters, and I think now, because I have to make it tall enough to actually fit my finger in, right? So, but I could also try and make it. I could try and round it, I guess. That would be super cool, but super hard. It would be so hard. Heck, I'm gonna go. I'm no wuss. I'm gonna go for hard. So we're gonna make this the same shape as before. And in the middle of this, we're gonna, if we get ourselves a centimeter, and then make a half circle down here and a half circle down. That's the same circle. Uh, it has to be offset. I am doing this like an idiot. If I do like that, how much is this? It's 2.5. There. Then I cross them, they should have a nice spike in the middle. Yes, they do. Nice. Then I can do that. And that to get walls. Oh my, oh my. That is almost looking not bad. Wild. So we take that, and these. And also this, so it doesn't look entirely awful. You could almost call that claw-shaped. I think almost is the important adjective here. It's not what I would call perfect. Maybe I have to rethink the shape a little. I wanna make this a bit more spiky, right? So we do that in a sensible way. Oh, that's actually not bad. Then we just make a line. And then we mirror this in this. Nice. That's a start. That's a straight line. Fuck that shit. This. This. Yep, that's pretty good. And then we mirror. I am probably going to mumble quite a bit, because it is so weird to me that there are people watching. Or at least, well, one people, it might be a stretch. Person is probably a bit more descriptive here. Okay, finally we have a good shape. So we're going to take that shape and then we're going to work with that. And then the second I extrude this, you're going to see that I already shot myself in the foot. God damn it, Argie, why are you like this? Remember that hinge I talked about? Yeah, it kind of has to be up here now. which is actually not bad, because when you think about it, your finger doesn't bend in the bottom of your finger. It kind of bends like fluently, so if I hit kind of the middle, it's not necessarily bad. It's just harder. Well, it's good it's not before February, you know, that's at least a good thing. Being very prepared here. Shit. What am I doing with my life? Right. I see an immediate problem, which is that I lose my wall on the inside here, but we can just add that if we do this here, and we can cut a bit out, and if we give ourselves a centimeter to work with, might be a little tight, but should be doable. Then we just bring up the sketch again, and then we choose these two, and we want to pull those the other way, but these we want to pull slightly longer to give the 3D printer a chance of actually mending it together. I think I'm even going to do something that will make my my fingers experience less pain when putting this on, if I am able to. I am rounding the corners, guys. If you ever have to equip anything, round the corners. I'm telling you now. It's so important. You are going to regret it if you don't do it. I have just noticed another small minor issue though. Right. Okay. Nice, there's a hole. We are going to say that that's too small for the printer to notice. Yep. The printer is just going to print over that. I have done that before, and if it is large enough to allow a little breeze to come in, I'm sure my fingers are going to appreciate not rotting to death. I have a strange feeling of not wanting my fingers to rot away while I'm cosplaying. So that is, I guess that's the first part. Yeah. That's all good and fine and perfectly wonderful. Now we come to the part where I need this to link with another piece. And I did not need a support cross for this, but now we have one. Yeah, that's good. That is good. So, what? Interesting. You join automatically. We don't want you wider. That's a millimeter. That's nothing. Is this ever going to work? let's just oversize it now and scale it back later. It's a good tip, guys. Totally the best tip. Don't 3D design like I do. It only works because I can remember what the fuck I'm thinking while I'm doing it. If I open my project later, I usually just sit there like, what the hell? What was Argie thinking at this point? It's really can't recommend. Okay, we have joints, I guess. So this part here, the back end, that only goes like to the base of my finger. I want it to have a smooth kind of go a bit in over my finger, right? But then when oh, that's gonna give so many problems though, because that's not gonna be a joint. I already hate myself for thinking that this was a thing that I needed in my life. Are you kidding me? Okay, we just need a sketch here to get some measurements, and then I'm going to explain in a little bit what I'm gonna do. But essentially I just want the height here. And I also want this height. This height I'm just gonna note down on my piece of paper here. So this is too... oh shit. I think I made it too short. Or not tall enough, rather. It's squeezable, but do I want to squeeze my finger so much? That's 2.5 centimeters. It's gonna hurt. A little pain never hurt nobody, right? A little bit of pain never hurt nobody. I'm gonna hate myself if I actually ever print this. Oh no, because the inside is shorter. It's only 22. Okay, yeah, no, this I have to scale this up. I'm gonna have to scale this up. So we're just gonna take this and do a little one of these, and there should be a scaler in here somewhere. Yeah. 20% bigger? That's fine. Yeah, woo. Hey. Let's just move this so it goes back on my nice axis here. Will it even let me? Yes, it will. Nice. Just a few measurements to redo here. Still only want this to be 5. So let's do this. And extrude this. What the heck? Huh? That's probably fine. I feel wonderful here, just sitting, having absolutely no other sounds except myself. Suddenly, I feel like I am sane. You know what I mean? Like, I just feel like a sane person. Right. Anyway, 2 seconds. Yes, wonderful. Rescaled the knobs. Also, yes, Tap Tom. This absolutely will hurt me. There's no doubt about it. I'm absolutely certain that I will feel pain due to this. What you don't do for role playing, man. What you don't do for role playing. It's gonna be sick though. It's just what I tell myself every night, every time I put on a costume. No, it'll hurt. I'm just like, it's gonna be sick though. It's gonna be sick. Think about all the people who's gonna be like, damn, that's cool. Fun fact. Last year at my school, we had a costume competition, and everyone was like, Argie, your costume is amazing. You're so gonna win. I had this cyberpunk costume that was, personally I think it was really sick. But as you can probably hear, I did not win. The person who won was just the sexiest girl, and she had like some devil girl, like not even horns, but like it was just a hairband with some horns on it, and like this dumb plastic pitchfork, and it was literally just a popularity contest. I was like, really? Spent like 20 hours on this thing, just getting it to look good, and you give it to the popular girl. I'm not salt. I'm just like, don't call it a costume contest when you don't care about the costume. Just be like some random person that's gonna get free shit. That's fine. Anyway, yeah, that's just my thoughts. I think it was a little dumb, but it's not gonna stop me from showing up in a rad costume this year as well, because they're not gonna be allowed to ruin my fun, right? Yeah, that would be silly. But yeah, I actually only need to fillet it on one side, because again, I don't wanna. I can't even smooth the surface. Oh, that's just bugger me. Well, I'm gonna have to cut my finger off that shit then. Anyway, where did I come from? Yes. This part. Yeah. I'm going to extrude this for, I think, like, a drawback of, yeah, let's just do it 5 centimeters, and then we can cut it down later. So, what I want to do is just pull this till it says 50, and, Then instead of joining it, I want to make a new body here. So this is its own part, so I can keep track of what is what. And so basically, I want to check. So if I put this here, I can take a little clip of this over, nice, and put it over in my paint here. Now we have this part. So to draw on this, my finger is going to be laying, well, this is going to be my hand until here, and then my finger is going to continue out here and go this way. Right, so finger. Woo. What I want is I want this to have like a smooth going back, like triangle, like basically a smooth transition from my actual hand to the claw, right? So and now that I'm sitting here, I am debating if I should just put it here and then make it go like that, because that's gonna look so much better. And a lot more organic than here's a tube that I have my finger in. God fucking damn it. Why? Should have never started this. I should have never ever started this. Darn it. Shinku's a bitch. Yep. Now you all know. I said it. It's going to be here forever. You can clip it, you can make a compilation of just me calling Shinku a bitch if you want. Honestly, that would be fucking hilarious. Oh man. Yeah, so back here. I hate myself sometimes. Do you guys get that feeling? Especially because, oh no. Oh no. Then I have to bridge this. Why did I sit down here and think that streaming me making this was a good idea? Because this is absolute pain. Because the thing is, I want this to look somewhat organic. I don't want it to look like a prosthetic, right? I want it to look somewhat like an actual claw that is like fleshy, or well, bony, I guess, because it's a claw. I don't want it to look like a mechanical, here I gave you a metal hand claw, right? So it should look somewhat organic, right? And the shape I have is pretty good. The shape I have is just fine. But the problem currently is that it should also expand and shrink, sort of, with that, like, I don't know how to explain it. Since I want it to go up here, like be taller, up in this part, it should also be wider, right? If I don't do that, it's gonna look whack as shit. It's going to look whack as shit, and I would prefer not doing that. Oh my god, I hate this. My god, I hate this so much. Oh. I think it might be an idea for me to quickly fold. So you can make some paper claws, which, yeah, are the ones I've been talking about all night. And they are honestly, like, not bad. If I don't succeed in this, that's what I'm going to be making instead, right? They are super cool. But it's just that, yeah, I want that extra motion. I don't think they're cool enough. But the thing is that they automatically sort of get the shape, because they just shape around your finger, you know? They just get the shape your finger has, because you stuff your finger, obviously. And at this point, I think that might be a lot easier than trying to draw this. myself. I really want a cool hand, you know? But I think what I should have done would be to just grab some latex and a glove and then just start putting on sponge on the glove using latex as glue until I just build a hand on my hand, sort of, if that makes sense. But the problem is I don't have any latex, and I've never done that before. One of my friends are super good at it, but I'm just not. And I have convinced myself that I can solve anything by using fusion and enough hours. And I think I can't do that. I mean, I could. Oh my god. Now I have another bad idea. I have so many dumb ideas. But then I can't do the mechanical parts because it's... fuck. Yeah. Fusion can draw organically. But the organic drawings in Fusion are not great. Right? They're just not really what I would call fantastic works of art. Like, you can make some pretty neat things. I made a tree in there, right? But the thing is, when you have this organic shape, it doesn't really translate that well back to the sort of base program, which is what I'm in right now. And I would need a solid base to use in the base program for making hinges and connecting them and making them able to actually kind of like turn when I move my fingers. So that's why I don't want to do that, even though the claw might look better if I do that. I'm not sure I can get a usable claw by doing that, basically. And I would quite like that, to be entirely honest. So that's why I'm not doing that. What I can do, however, is quickly make one of these to see if I can get the shape. And I realize that, I'm aware that absolutely nothing is happening on the screen right now, and the stream is just a picture of this. And I apologize, but I'm sorry. I can't. I'm not going to do anything about it. I'm just not going to do anything about it. Yep, you heard me. I don't care. I am streaming for me, and you guys can come along while I'm doing that. Right. Fold this up. And then... Wait, what the... It's been a while since I folded this. And I'm not entirely sure I'm doing it right now. Yeah, because this usually goes... Oh yeah, I remember how you do it. I have a schematic for doing it, and it's not really the best schematic in the world. Let's just say that. And I was a little confused for 2 seconds about how I finished this, but then I remembered. These are also super thick on one side, because you have a lot of paper on one side, and then you have absolutely no paper on the other. Plus, these also get really, really small for my apparently enormous fingers. which sucks. Because that also hurts like hell. My god. Maybe I should just draw a triangle and hollow it out. I mean, honestly, that could... How would I even do that? How would I even do that? I don't even know. But it could be... Problem is, it might work. Okay, new idea. New idea. Seeing this claw gave me a new idea that is entirely separate from this one. And it is good enough to try it. So now we're doing something different. What are we doing? I don't necessarily know. Because it requires something interesting that I have to figure out how to do. I think it's gonna work better if I started like this. And then, nope, wrong plane. I want the other plane. I want this one. Yeah. So we do a triangle for the from my finger is the plan. And it needs 6 centimeters of space where my finger won't get squished to bits. So that's about this. We're going to give it a little bit of extra room just so I can be comfortable wearing it. There we go. So then what we do essentially is take a line here and then we lock in that, and then we change the direction of this to just be 100,000, doesn't matter. Take one on the other side, and basically what we're doing is just projecting these so we get this really nice triangle shape here, right? And then we want to make something that's parallel. We want to make something that's parallel to the line for walls. I think this might be a slightly too big wall, though. Yeah, that's almost a centimeter. Yeah, that's way too much. That's way too much. You just need like this one. That's 2, 3. 3 is fine. Here. There we go. 3 on the other side. There. So, I'm making a wearable triangle. Yes. That is straight up the plan. I'm going to extrude it like this. I'm going to make it tall. And then what I'm going to do is essentially now I have the block with a general shape, and then I'm just going to cut it down into the shape and the size that I want. Right? So the first thing we need to do is that we need to get on a 45-degree angle here, I think. And then we need to make a slice on this, kind of from this to here. But it has to rise to that corner. Then we have to do the same thing for the other corner, and then we take one from all the way down here, and then we slice that up to there. That's the plan. The problem is that to do that, I have to do something that I don't know how to do. I have to make a plane that shit. Thing is, when you do anything in this program, what you do is you add or remove material by drawing a flat plane through your object. So what I have to do is make a flat plane at the angle in relation to my part that I want, and then draw that plane through the part. And I do that through that's the thing. How do I do that? I usually just use this, but I can do all of these. How does this work? Can I do that? Yeah, because here I can't even do that. I can do that, and then I get that flat thing. Let me get that. I would need. Oh, what if I construct a plane through 3 points and I choose that point and that point and that point? That is gorgeous. Almost. Almost perfect. Almost perfect. We just need another point on the middle back here, because I want this to meet in the middle, so that's there. We're just gonna make that. Okay. Okay, I think if I do this, that is beautiful. Stunning. Stunningly beautiful. I'm just gonna take this plane and I'm gonna make one big square, and then I'm going to extrude it, and boom. The piece has gotten closer to what I want. Amazing. Then we want another plane, and we want it to be from the other side. Oh my god, this is a lot easier than I thought it would be. I'm such an idiot. Jesus Christ. Okay, this is cool. You learn something every day. This is super useful. Oh my god. Take this and then bam, I have the exact triangle I want. Oh my god. It's way easier than I thought it would be. Oh man. Okay, yeah, so to make this a little more claw-like, now that I find out that I can figure out how not to be a complete retard, I am going to give this, come on, a little, like a shallower bottom, but still a bottom, to give it some edge. So we just take this and extrude it all the way down to this point. And say, okay, thank you. And then we're gonna take the trick we already learned. My god, my life is never gonna be the same after this. Everything's just going to be cut like this. My girlfriend wants me to cut onions. 3-point planner. No, not what I asked for. I'm back. Yeah. This went fantastic. Finish, extrude, and good. Oh my god, 3D modeling is never going to be the same again. This is so easy. That, on the other hand, is super not great. That's because I'm an idiot. That is because I'm an idiot. And chose the wrong point. There we go. My god. That's not what I wanted. Need to make a plane first. There we go. So anyway, I just watched Free Guy today. I procrastinated from doing schoolwork, which is entirely retarded, I know. And I watched Free Guy, Ryan Reynolds' new movie, and honestly, banger. Banger. It's such a banger. It's a really, I recommend. I do recommend. Anyway, this tool is super nice because it basically says hollow out this piece and make the wall as thick as I tell you to. And so that means I can literally just say 2 millimeters and then it makes the wall 2 millimeters. And now I have, if I go back to my, also my paint drawing, it is getting worse and worse, Jesus Christ. Let's just clean this up a little bit and let's hit delete on all that bullshit. Yeah, I can actually just clip over a picture of how this looks, there is a random person's finger here with some really ugly paper. Here we go. So this is how the folding thing usually looks. And as you can see, it's not that sexy. If you spend a lot of time to really make it good, it can become kind of okay. But what I just made in Fusion is this part here. Right? So if I now make this part here, but I make it, yeah, if I just make this part here, right, this, and then I make it entirely independent of it. Actually, no, better idea. I make this be a part of it, so we have the big structure, and then I make a part that goes on top here and down on my hand. Right? Then I can have like a slope. And then that could go here and go up like that. That, I think that would work super well, actually. Sleeves the whole finger, and this would move independent of the part underneath. I should actually move and make these two different colors. Makes the explanation a lot better. So this would be its own part, and then the black would be its own part. And that way, actually let me make it two more distinct colors, right? So having this as a part, and then it goes over here, right? Because then this blue part can move around inside the red part, and that way it would give me more motion. That's super smart. And it would also sleeve more of my hand, which is what I wanted. And because I draw it in Fusion, it'll be a lot, well, first of all, it'll be a lot sharper, which I'll probably sand that down a little bit. But oh my god, that is super nice. I did not think about just doing that. I really did not. But then comes another problem, because I want the smaller, kind of like the origami here, right? The blue part kind of has this little dent down before it goes back like that. Actually, that's really bad curve. It goes like that, pretty much, and then your finger goes in here. I do want this ledge, that is, because I think it makes the claw look really cool. So I have to draw that here. I think the easy way to do that is just draw on this and just sort of make the new triangle with the inside of the old one as the outside of the new one. Actually, I can just be a total cheat about this and just not even draw walls, just draw the shape. And then do that thing I talked about before. Let's just do that. That is a lot easier. Because then I can just crop it out. Actually, might not be a smart idea. Let's just draw it properly. Now that we're here anyway. I want it to be too thick everywhere. Oh, that's the wrong split. Two. And then hopefully, because I added a little bit of space on the bottom of this first piece, it won't be so thin in this new section that it hurts my little pinky, little finger. 'Cause I don't want that. I'm not a fan of doing damage to my limbs. I don't think anyone should be that kind of person. I don't think anyone deserves that. And yeah, so I'm not going to do it to myself. Anyway, we can do a seamless look at that. You can't see it on the outside, and here it just goes until it joins the right shape underneath. Look at how cool that is. I mean, almost. Can we make it perfectly seamless? No, because then we can see it there. It's just a little bit of the bottom. Nothing we can't fix by just not caring, actually. Yeah. I don't actually think we have to care. We're gonna care anyway. Yeah, we're just gonna smooth it out by rolling it. And then it's gonna be a lot more of a soft curve. Could technically roll this the other way. I think that's gonna fuck up the shape actually. Yeah, let's just keep it at that. That's pretty smooth. Pretty smooth. Don't mind that a little. So we take this sketch up again, and now it's time for making the part that I put my finger in. And yeah, this has to be those 5 centimeters, pretty much. Let's just make it 4.5, because it needs some air to move in, so that it can actually do what I want it. Now the problem here is that this has to go sort of this direction. Might actually just be easier to draw a new triangle like this. Because I'm gonna do this, and then I'm immediately going to take this one and draw the cutoff. Yeah, point to down here and up here and there, and just slice it off. And the whole bottom piece has to go off as well. Why do I hate myself, guys? Why do I hate myself like this? So, what we really need is these 2 pieces to meet in the middle here. Can you see that? Is that, like, that makes sense? I don't know if that makes sense, but I need this corner to be in the middle and this corner to be over here in the middle. So it makes a closed casing, essentially. And they don't do that right now. I could just take this angle here. And just draw a flat cap. I mean, I could do that. Okay, no, what we're going to do, because I just imagined it in my head and it could look pretty cool, so we're just going to copy the whole body and we're going to paste it in, and then we're going to make an alternate version just next to it. And then we're going to check how it looks if I just do this. Like this. And we're just going to give it 2 centimeters. Join, there we go. Right. Oh shit, gotta remind myself of talking. Cut that shit off. There we go. That could be a claw in itself, really. Although then I would probably... I think I'm exploring this idea a little too far, but now I can't really seem to let it go. If I put this on here, then... smaller finger. I am conflicted. I certainly am conflicted. It could straight up just use that and just... I don't have to make it hard for myself all the time, you know. I could. Let's make another copy. Always make another copy. Let's just copy it. Say, I would like to copy that and put it. Why can I not? Copy and paste. There we go. Okay, so more dumb ideas. Because it could be nice having this for the 8th this month, and that would somewhat require that it's pretty small, making it easier to finish and easier to print, essentially. And if I can make this where it goes back here and then up, I think that might just be that simpler and smaller thing that I've been looking for. But yeah, fine. Let's try it. Let's try it. Let's just try it. We take this and we certainly good at entertaining. Not even anyone watching. Damn. Sad life, you know. I guess it does get a little repetitive to just see me do the exact same thing 4 different times in a row. Just because I have a new design in mind. Yeah, I can see where that's coming from. However, as I said, I'm doing this for me, and I just wanted to share it with those who wanted to see it. So what I'm doing now is that you saw the picture here, and I essentially want to try and first just make the blue part, and then there might be another stream where I make the red part, but right now just doing the blue part because maybe I can print that and actually have that with me for the costume body. So, blue part. I'm making this part here right now, basically. And, yeah. I think we're going to do a little trick that's called making a new body. And then we can turn off all these others so we don't accidentally cut those when we make it. And then it's pretty much just the same trick as before. You know, once you learn a new trick, it's very often essentially just the same trick as before, unfortunately. Which I can see it getting a bit boring, but really, that's where the chat shines, you know? That's where you're like, hey, can you talk about this thing? 'Cause I love telling you guys about dumb or weird shit I do. You know, that's the best. I can't choose that as a point. I want to choose that as a point. Right, why can I not do that? Okay. Just take this and do that, and then take this and delete, and now it should be good. Now it should be good. Playing through 3 points. Yeah. Sexy. Woo. You know, it's funny. In math, I absolutely hate working with vectors and vector calculations and planes in 3D space, because it fucks with my mind, you know? So, yeah. I'm not great at it. I could probably sit down and read a couple books and actually understand what I'm doing when I work with it, but it's just, a lot of it feels like it's just algebra, but like slightly dumber, like less relevant, which I know it isn't, but I think it's funny that I hate it, and here, basically all the calculations that Fusion does are all based entirely on the principle of having vectors for calculating where all of these planes are, so that you can make the proper cuts and stuff. I think that's kind of ironic that my favorite tool for doing literally any kind of work relating to production is related to the mathematical concept that I hate the most. But you know, that's, you gotta do what you gotta do, and I gotta do this. Gotta do this. There we go. There we go. That's another plane. And doing the exact same thing again. Yeah. And then I can do... Nope. Take this, I can hollow it, like I can say 2 millimeters, and then I have that part, and then what I want to do, since I need my finger to go inside here, is I need to cut the bottom out. Like this. Yeah. And then, just for it to be a little nicer, just gonna cut that out. Cut this out. Then I have this little dot here, and that's going to be super unpleasant. I think I'm just gonna let it stay. No. You just stop being lazy. You just stop hurting myself because I'm lazy. I would have regretted that later. I can assure you of that. Take that, all of it, the whole plane, all of this square. Clickety clack. Pull it through. No sharp borders, no edges that I can cut my hand on. No nothing. There we go. And we put the body back. Why is there two? Oh no. Oh no. Can I delete this? What in the heck? Why is it spawn a... What? Okay. That's what you... That's... You wanna play that game, huh? Just oversize it. This is why you should always oversize your squares, guys. It's not always that it snaps to the perfect corner and then you just have to oversize it. Or else you'll end up with small dumb pieces like that. Nobody wants that. No. Nobody. Then we can spawn it back in, and that is a claw. That's a claw. And if I want to, I can add other stuff to it. I can make it more fancy. That's a really good base claw. Really shade. Yeah. I like that. I do. I think the next step to this one is printing it. I do think the next step to this is printing it. So, alright, great success. Great success. I think that's all for the stream. I did the thing that I set out to do. And I did it in, what? I don't think anything we should talk about how long it took, but it's done. I mean, I did it. I did it. Damn it, I did not see your messages before now. I did it. I have done it. It is done. Thank you to anyone who fucking watched the stream. I don't know. I just wanted to show what I do in my free time. Probably gonna be some kind of actual videos about this later, where I'm like, hey, I made this thing. Hey, I'm definitely gonna make some videos about me in my costume and going to things in my costumes, and maybe at the party, maybe not at the party. It's probably gonna be, if there's anything from the party, it's probably gonna be a short, so you can look out for that if you want. That's it for today, at least. I'm gonna see you guys another night of work. Bye.